this is Jennifer. Welcome back to my channel, the CRPS Network. Today I'm going to be talking about the benefits of medical marijuana for CRPS and how to get it in your state. First of all, let's discuss how medical marijuana can help with symptoms of CRPS. Some of the ways that medical marijuana can help is it can help relieve pain, stress, anxiety, depression, spasms, insomnia, and other symptoms. Their rules are different in every state, so you'll have to look up in your state what is the process in obtaining a license. I will leave a link below to a website that goes through every state to show what is the process and what are the rules. Most states, you're going to have to prove your residency, and this can be done with a driver's license, an ID, a passport. And you usually are going to have a list of conditions that each state will say, for these conditions, we will automatically approve you for a medical marijuana license. Now, most states are not going to list CRPS on this list. However, this does not mean that you cannot qualify for a license. If you go to visit the doctor and explain to them what CRPS is, and if they don't already know, more than likely they're going to approve you for a license. I don't recall of hearing anybody that has been rejected with CRPS. So don't be afraid if your condition is not on the list. This does not automatically exclude you. Okay, the first step you're going to need to do is usually see a doctor. And this is not just any regular doctor. You're not going to see your primary care physician. You need to see a doctor that is specifically approved to be able to issue medical marijuana licenses. So how do you find them? There's a couple different websites that you can look on. I'll leave a link below. One is called Leafly, another one called Weed Maps. If you don't have luck with those, you could also just Google medical marijuana doctors near me, and you should be able to find some that are in your area. So you're going to go visit the doctor, and they're going to want to know a little bit about your medical history. You may want to bring some medical records in case they would like to see them. They may have some questions. They might ask you if you've ever tried marijuana, and if so, how did it affect you? Did it help you? If you haven't tried it, that's okay too, but they usually are going to ask that. They may have some other questions for you, but typically it's a pretty quick doctor's appointment, and within about 15 or 20 minutes visiting with the doctor, they should be able to have an idea if you will be approved for a license or not. Now, this part of the process is different in every state. Some from here, the doctor needs to send in some information to the state to approve you. Some the doctors are able to issue you a license right there in their office. So just depending on what your state's process is, this part may vary. So once you do obtain your license, whether you get it in the mail or get it from your doctor, you're ready to go purchase medical marijuana, but you may not be sure where to get it. Now, you're going to shop for medical marijuana at what's called a dispensary or collective, and you can find them at various locations. A lot of times you'll see that green cross, and this can signify that there is a dispensary or collective at that location. You can also look up on Weed Maps. Again, the link will be below. This also will give you dispensaries in your area. So you could look up also, Google dispensaries near me to possibly get other information on some dispensaries in your area. Okay, once you find a dispensary, just so you know kind of what you're looking for when you go in to one, you need to make sure that you have your medical marijuana license and an ID, a picture ID, like a driver's license, a state ID, passport. You need to make sure you have that at all times when you go to a shop or any time that you are going to be carrying your medical marijuana. You need to have it with you. Now, when you get to the shop, there's all sorts of different forms that you could buy medical marijuana in. You can get what's called the flower. Flower is just regular medical marijuana that you think of that comes straight off of a plant and is sold like that and rolled and smoked in a joint. Also, you can get edibles, which are food, and they come in all sorts of things from Rice Krispie treats to brownies to gummy bears to chips, like all kinds of things that you could get medical marijuana mixed in with food. You can also get what's called vape cartridges. These come in disposable, just a one-time use and you throw it away, or you can buy vape cartridges, which are cartridges filled with marijuana oil, extracted oil, and they screw on to like a battery charger, similar to what people use when they vape with cigarette and nicotine. But this is just a battery, and your cartridge is going to attach to that. And when you use up the cartridge, you take it off, buy another one, and put it on the same battery. You can use it over and over. Also, you can use some more concentrated forms. There's some things called shatter or CBD oil. There's all sorts of different forms that you could use. Some of the benefits of using edibles or vaping is that they don't have any smell. They don't come with any smell. So if you live with somebody that's sensitive to that, or maybe in an area like close quarters, you're in an apartment, you don't want to be stinking up the whole apartment complex, you may consider opting for the edibles or the vape cartridges because they have virtually very little smell, if any at all. Okay, the cost you're looking at, and it really depends on how much you consume, but typically you can buy the smallest quantity is usually about a gram. 1 gram usually will make 1 joint to smoke approximately, and that usually it will go from anywhere, maybe like $8 to $10 for that amount. So, and just depending on how much you use, you could make that last for maybe 4 different times of treating. So, you know, 1 joint could last 4 different treatments. The quantities that you're going to be buying in are either you're going to buy by the gram, you can buy an eighth, a quarter, a half, or an ounce. And typically, those are the quantities that you'll ask for. An eighth is pretty typical for most people to buy in that quantity. Okay, one note just to make sure that if you do have children in your house and you're going to be having edibles, to make sure to keep them in a safe place. You don't want kids getting them confused with a snack that they might be interested in. So make sure that you keep them out of reach of any children. A couple of other rules that I just would like to mention is, one, when you do visit a dispensary, they're going to seal up your package. Make sure just to keep your package sealed till you get home. You don't want to get pulled over and get in trouble for having the stuff loose out in your car. Also, you are not allowed to smoke in public places, and as far as an airplane, generally I would say no, don't bring medical marijuana on a plane. technically you can be in trouble for that. However, I have actually checked with TSA and asked them what if you do find medical marijuana and somebody holds a license, and their response is the only thing they can do is turn it over to local police. Typically, local police will come out, check your license, see that you are legally allowed to have it, and they will let you go. This is what I've been told by the TSA. So really just kind of have to use your own judgment when it comes to that and where you are. I would say definitely if you're flying out of the country, out of the United States, no, I would not bring it and would not bring it into any other countries or flying internationally. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you found this video helpful. If medical marijuana helps you with your CRPS symptoms, make sure to leave in the comment section below how it helps you. We would be interested to hear. All right, if you found this video helpful, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I make new videos every week, so make sure to hit the subscribe button and click on the bell to be notified of when I make the next one. Till next time, take care.